The APOL1 gene is a gene that is common in West Africans. I'll just give a short background on how it came about. I'm sure most of us have heard about this fly bites that cause sleeping sickness. We learned about it in primary school, but ever since I started working, I've never met a patient who has developed sleeping sickness. And that's because for so many years now, we actually do not have sleeping sickness because the human body developed resistance. So a short analogy of how this came about is I'll use mosquitoes. So maybe some 5 or 10 years ago, you're using a certain insecticide to kill mosquitoes in your room. But now when you use that same insecticide, you come and the mosquitoes are still dancing in the room. This is because the mosquitoes have developed resistance. Everyone needs to survive. So your body would go through a certain change to survive. So it won't be killed. So humans needed to survive from sleeping sickness. So we went through that change. And this was a genetic change. Unfortunately, this genetic change is putting us at risk of kidney disease. So that's the APOL1 gene which has been discovered. The APOL1 is so it's got like different genotypes or alleles. I think a simple way for most people to understand would be to use a common one that we know, like sickle cell disease. We know AS, SC, SS. So this one is G0 or G0, G1, G2, right? Now, for every human being, when you are born, you take genetic material 50% from your father and another 50% from your mother, which means that when I am born, someone would say, oh, your left eye looks like your father, but your right eye looks like your mother, and your nose looks like this person. So the same way, our internal organs, which includes our heart, our kidney, our liver, and so on, are genetic materials that we've gotten from our parents. So in the same vein, we inherit these genes. So if I inherited G1 from my mother and G2 from my father, I'm at risk of having kidney disease. So, or if I got G1 from both parents or G2 from both parents, these puts me at risk. If you have the G0 or G0, so G1 G0, G2 G0, G0 G0, or G0 G0, then your risk is not there. Even though now there are studies even showing that if you've got G1 and G0, you may also have some risk. So the recent studies we've done have shown that this is very common in West Africans, and we are seeing more young people coming down with kidney diseases. Not because they are smoking, not because they are taking too much alcohol, not because they are obese, not because they have hypertension or diabetes, but because they have APOL1 high risk alleles, which are the G1 and G2 risk alleles. So it's unfortunately, it's not like sickle cell where you kind of go and test, and it does not also mean that when you have it, you would have kidney disease. But then we found that if you have 3 people who have kidney disease, at least one of them have the high risk allele in this sub-region. And that's what it's not a study that we are doing, but a study that we are part of.
Okay.